Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE Friday Night Smackdown on April 26, 2013. And basically to go off and say right off the bat, there wasn't really much in the terms of story progression in any of their actual storylines for the night. It was mostly just based around the wrestling matches that they had, and they had a fair amount of really good ones. The match with Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger to start off the show was a great way of starting off the show. Really good match, good no disqualification match between the two of them. It's just really weird the fact that the Triple Threat World Title match at this point has kind of revolved more around Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger versus having Dolph Ziggler in there in any way, shape, or form. He seems to be almost a second thought at this point in time, which is something that I don't think they really need to be doing with Dolph Ziggler, just considering he's just gotten the title at this point in time. So hopefully they'll find a way to involve Dolph Ziggler into this storyline in some way, shape, or form, so it doesn't seem like he's almost like an afterthought or irrelevant in the entire storyline in general. But all in all, that was a really good match. Another really good match on the show was Sheamus and Big Show. I like the added touch of having Mark Henry at the end come out and distract Sheamus, so he was the one who would get have the KO punch, and Big Show would pull out the victory. I'm actually, and out of the entire show, this was probably the one of the few areas that they actually did some kind of what you would consider story progression, because you had, Mark Henry interrupt during Sheamus and Big Show's match to favor the Big Show, and then you had Sheamus come back out at the end of the Randy Orton Mark Henry match, which was another really good match on there as well, to give Mark Henry the Brogue Kick and basically help out Randy Orton at this point. So hopefully they're gonna kind of come up with some kind of fun tag team match for the pay-per-view, or somewhere in the near future as well. I'm definitely liking where they're going with those. There was just also a bunch of like one-off really quick matches. You had Oksana and Layla in there. You also had Wade Barrett and William Regal. I mean, you had those two matches mainly to give the UK fans something there for the purposes of seeing their hometown people. I mean, Layla's initially from England, and of course you have William Regal and Wade Barrett, who are still from England, in there. So that was also really nice to see, but really quick matches as well. Also, another really quick match for Fandango this week. He seems to be playing it up to the crowd a little bit more with everything that was going on. I really don't get the craze with Fandango's theme music and what they typically or what they're typically doing there with the crowd. But I mean, that's just me in general. I'm not too fond of the character yet. I want to see him, continue furthering his storyline with Chris Jericho. And we'll see where it goes from there. There was nothing this week. It was basically just Fandango in a quick match with Justin Gabriel. So nothing really there as well. The match with and the final match of the night with Dean Ambrose and Undertaker, which was again a really good match, and it was a nice little continuation from the Monday night show with the six-man tag. I also liked the backstage promo right before the match with the Shield talking about how there's one of their biggest injustices is that Team Hell No still has the tag team titles, and they say it's not going to be for long. So it gives you a little bit of an indication that they're going after the tag team titles here in the very near future, and that will be really nice to see in my mind. The match with Dean Ambrose and Undertaker, I just liked the match in general. It was good to have Undertaker go over, considering he helped put Shield over on Monday night. So have Undertaker go over here in the match, and then he helps put over Shield again by them attacking him after the match, and then eventually powerbombing him through the announcer's table. Now, this is probably going to be their way of writing off Undertaker for a little while. They put him out there to have a couple matches on Raw and get him on TV, which is probably the first time in well over a year that he's done anything with Raw or SmackDown in any way, shape, or form. So it was that was really nice to see in there. It was nice to see a couple matches with The Undertaker. And it was a good job of helping put over the Shield a little bit more as well there in that aspect as well. So overall, I felt SmackDown, in the terms of match quality, I thought was actually quite good. It was a lot better than you would typically expect from a WWE like normal television show versus the pay-per-views. There was just no real story progression on this SmackDown in particular. So that was probably the only real major downside, was the lack of any kind of major story progression, and also not involving Dolph Ziggler in any way, shape, or form with the Jack Swagger and Alberto Del Rio side as well. So yeah, that's my review for WWE SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown this week. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.